Alright, I'm going to try this audio recording. I guess this is working. I can't tell. I just got a new phone. I'm Mike Coppolino. I do street comedy. And I just got a new phone. I got a swell new phone from work. So I'm testing to see whether it's going to chip me or not on this new recording of the comedy album, Jokes for Schizophrenics. All right. Oh God. Totally unprepared for this. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm gonna be doing stand-up comedy in here in like 10 minutes. If you're interested, I'm getting into character right now. All right. Oh, I don't want to be too loud. Like they're complete strangers. They're on a phone too. Anyways, hey everybody, I'm Mike Coppolino. And if you're like me, you get PTSD from being yourself. Thank you. All right. Wow. So people can tell me I live in a bad neighborhood because I built it myself. But it's actually not true. The hardest thing... it's not true. Actually, the hardest thing about being in the Illuminati... I'm sorry. The hardest thing about being in the Illuminati is staring at Iggy Azalea's ass and making sure it stays important. That's actually the hardest thing about being in the Illuminati. You know. Yeah, it's hard to pretend you're not at the meetings, too. You know, that's awfully hard. It's also hard to find a twerking video with 57 views or less. Like, that's really hard to do, you know, if that's one of the qualifications. You have to just make enough people look for them. Like, that's what you do, you know? Like, tell people to find a twerking video with 57 views or less. Like, they'll find it. They'll find it because I put it there. And then they'll be amazed. And then the next day, it'll have like 50,000 like views on it. Because it's a twerking video, you know? And because I keep clicking on it. And then they'll think they're like a media influencer from then on. Like they'll think there's something special when that twerking video goes to like 50 million views. They'll think I was the first. You know? It's like a little like caveat, you know, for their lives. I'm just saying, you know? That's what I do. I give people hope. Like false hope, but it's hope. Anyways, this is like the outdoor portion of the show. Hey everybody. Hey everybody, I'm Mike Coppolino. Mike Coppolino, and I look like I smell. I look like drugs. Thank you. Thank you. So hey everybody, what's the worst thing about doing cocaine in a bathroom? Worst thing about doing cocaine in a bathroom is not seeing your kids on the weekend. Thank you. Now it's actually having to smell everything twice as much. See, that would be great if it was like that. That's like a normal joke and a dad joke, but the dad joke part is horrible. Anyways. What going on in my life? I had a rough day at the beach like 4 years ago. I had a rough day at the beach. A lifeguard had to save me from drowning in my own vomit. Oh, somebody's puking across the street. That was bad timing. That's awful timing. Either they're puking or they're like, they have roller skates on. Like either way, it sounds like the same, you know? Like if you're across the street. Anyways, now, this is like the outdoor portion of the show. This is Jokes for Schizophrenics. We're actually recording album 34 out here in front of the Mutiny Cafe. We're about to do the album inside the Mutiny Cafe, if people will let us. And I guess we're going to go. That's going to be it. I'm going to put this in the recording pocket, and I'm going to set up the show. So there might be like awkward silences, because I have to persuade people to like listen to jokes. Oh, somebody's still puking. Jeez. All right. Oh. All right. And, let's see. And I'm still doing imitations of cynical resignation. So, that's what I'll be doing for like this album as well. And it'll be like this. My imitation of cynical resignation is... Thank you. All right. Oh, hello. All right. Okay. I might be doing a comedy show back here. Oh. All right. All right. I might be doing stand-up comedy back here. So if you're interested, it'll just be me barking for like a little bit. Oh. All right. Oh, very nice. I think it's time. But it's all right. Please keep playing. I like it. No, 4 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I'm recording an album, so it's like part of an album. So the piano playing also goes on there. It's nice. Do you have to play a little bit? All right. I'll go over here. But I'll be like doing stuff with the lights. I like the playing. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I get that. That's very nihilistic. But I'm all right with that. Oh, but you can still play. It's nice. It's good. It's a good expression. Yeah, all right. Excellent. All right, so my timing was off. It's nice that the music is also on the album. It's like I'm piracy. Oh. All right. I gotta tell jokes for like 10 more minutes. Out here in the cold. Isn't that great? All right. No, it's actually pretty good. What is going on in my life? What happened to me? My friend came to my house. I have a friend that, like, his parents bought him a house, and all he does is masturbate in it. Like that, I have a friend like that. I don't know if you have friends like that. Like, their parents buy them houses because they're crazy, and they can't do anything about it. They think it's just cheaper to buy the kid a house. Well, anyways, he's one of these kids. And he was at my house, and he was complaining about his fucking job. And he doesn't have a job. His parents gave him his job. You know? He just and we employ him too. Like, he comes to our house, and we give him beer money because we're too tired from work. And we give him enough money for Pacifico. But then he goes to the liquor store and comes back with Bud Light. And that's his, like, job. Like, that's his job. So. Oh, hello. Anyways. And he's complaining about this one job he had because he was like a weed clipper. He's complaining about being a fucking weed clipper. You know what a weed clipper is? It's some guy that chops up weed that people grow. They pay him for that. Like, they paid him $350 to chop up weed in the mountains for 3 days. He got paid $350. He got a place to sleep in the mountains. He got fed. And he didn't really have to work. All he had to do was, like, clip weed. And he had a big bag of weed. And I was smoking it with him. And still he was complaining about his job. I couldn't believe it. I was just amazed. I said, why are you complaining about this job? This is the best fucking job in the world. Like, clipping weed in the mountains for 3 days. I mean, if I got paid for that, I'd come down from the mountains. I'd have money for a hotel room for 4 days. And I have a big bag of weed. I'd just eat out of the vending machines for like 4 days. And that would be it. That'd be my life. That's like the best job in the world. why are you complaining about this job? And he said, they were hippies. These people I was forced to live with were hippies, and they made me wipe my ass with cabbages. He said they made him wipe his ass with cabbages. And I had to say, well, that's not so bad. I mean, if I was like getting paid that much money, how do he told me this, all right. There was like a vegan like cult in the mountains, and they clipped weed for a living, and they supported the cult that way. You know, so they were vegan and everything. But, you know, he ate a big plate of vegan lasagna, and he then went to take a shit, and there was just like a cabbage in a pot of warm water in the bathroom, and there was no toilet paper. So he, like, you know, he did his business, but he didn't think about that. He just went to like the fucking guru and said, hey, why isn't there any toilet paper in this bathroom? And the guru said, well, that cabbage is your toilet paper. That cabbage is your toilet paper. It's renewable toilet paper. It was renewable toilet paper. It was organic. Apparently, they have this cabbage now that has the consistency of toilet paper. It's genetically modified to have the consistency of toilet paper and the durability, but also the moistness of like some new thing, you know? And they made him wipe his ass with a cabbage. And I still said, you know, that's not so bad. That's what I said. I mean, for the bargain, for this big bag of weed, I would wipe my ass with cabbages. I would even like sell the cabbage. I mean, I would sell the cabbage to other people. I said, you don't understand. I said, of course I don't. Of course I don't. I mean, they said, well, these cabbages, they're genetically modified. And
I have no idea. That's all correct.
And because they're genetically modified, they have prions in them. Because people are like inefficient with genetic modification. Like, we didn't know that back then, you know? But here's what happens. These prions infest your ass if you wipe your ass with this cabbage. And this cabbage gets very popular. This cabbage gets super popular. And people start wiping their ass with the cabbage, and it's renewable toilet paper. They just like wipe their ass with the cabbage, and then they throw it in their garden, and it just makes more cabbages. It just makes more toilet paper. You never have to like buy toilet paper ever again. And so people are super excited about this. They set up gardens and everything. You know, they think they're saving the planet, wiping their ass with this cabbage. But the prions crawl up your ass and infest your brain and give you like encephalitis, like a type of encephalitis. And people go nuts, and it just eats your brain. And then at a terminal stage, you just walk out to the garbage, and you sit there with your face tilted into the air, and Elon Musk robot tanks and spider drones come by and pick you up and take you to the landfill, which you are grinded into organic mulch. And that's how we all die. That's how we all die. He said that to me. And I said, well, you're a fucking Def Leppard fan. How would you know all of this? How can you possibly know all of this? You're wearing parachute pants right now. He said, because I'm not actually your friend. Because I'm not your friend. I'm not. I'm actually you from the future. Like 7 years in the future, in a multiverse, diagonal to this one. And I don't look like you at all. Like, I look totally different, but we have like the same, like, je ne sais quoi. The same soul, the same charm, and the same memories like 7 years in the future. And I'm just here to warn you not to wipe your ass with this fucking cabbages, because that's going to kill you. Eventually, you're going to be fucking stupid, and then you're going to die. And that's how everybody else dies. And I looked at my friend, and I said, oh my God, this isn't fucking weed, this is fucking PCP. And that's the end of that joke. Alright. When that's recorded for an album. Alright, I'm gonna go inside now. Like, that was enough. I wanted to do that joke already. Like, before I even got started, I wanted to do that joke. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I'm not gonna talk to myself as I enter the fucking place. I'm just gonna go there and like dim the lights and like do a show. Alright. Alright, it's turning down. Is the volume turning off? Alright, the volume's off. But the thing is still on. This is actually it's a $17 PA system you get from China. The $17 PA system anyone can buy. You can get it from China. It has like a Bluetooth in it, and it has a chip like thing where you can like store information. I don't dare use it because it might be like all robotic and like pure. I might get addicted to it. Like you wouldn't have any like the street sounds maybe, like from the recording. It would just be like the recording. Like that'd be pretty fucking clean. Like how sterile would that be without the horns? Anyways, I'm gonna go inside. See what's going on in here. Alright. Okay. Alright, I may be starting the terrible show. Alright. Ow. Oh yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ow. Ow. Oh, alright, this might be slapstick, but I'm not gonna hurt myself. Oh, here. Oh, look at that. Problem solving even. Alright, now I have to get down. That's pretty good, right? It's not bad. I did that. Okay, it's making a horrible noise though. Maybe that's the reason it's off. Maybe it's shorting out. You hear that? Alright, make sure it doesn't catch fire. I'm gonna turn my back on it. I might turn it off. We're just testing for like, if it explodes, nobody's liable. Alright. Oh. Well, I like that. Oh. Alright. Jeez, I'm turning this up again. Alright, see how annoying this is? This is what it sounds like. Alright. Alright, is that right? No. Maybe. I'm still on drugs, so I don't know. I don't know which lights are... that's the light I didn't want to turn off. That's the good light. That's a nice one. Now, one more. Let's see. No. I'm terrible with my memory right now. I'm totally, like, wasted. No. Oh, I'm a loser. Alright, this one? No. Jeez. Alright. I have to find a solution here. I like that. I like that. No. There it is. I found it. It took a while. I had to like remember like which ones I didn't actually use. I kept missing it. So I was like, I'm doing comedy, so it's okay, right? I could tell jokes. I'm going to tell jokes. You could totally ignore it, but it's like a practice for an album that I'm actually currently doing.
Oh, really?
Yes. Would you like to hear? All right, very good.
I have several
Excellent. Yeah, it's easy. You just like record it on your phone. It's fucking fabulous.
No, mine is actually deliberately musical.
Really?
But with
Alright, I'm advertising now.
comedic influence.
Alright, very nice. What are the albums? I actually record this stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's already been recorded.
Alright.
But I knew nothing about marketing, so many people heard it at that time.
What's the name of the album? What's the name of the artist?
Me?
Yeah.
Geneva.
Lance Geneva?
Yes, sir.
Alright. And are they on YouTube or something, or?
I think every form of technology that is able to emit a sound and software.
Very nice.
On YouTube, yeah. Google.
Okay.
Will take you
on the Google Chrome
to the sub. Yeah.
Very cool.
Or the
Lance Geneva? Is that the? Alright, excellent. Very good. Alright. I'm going to start telling jokes. This is like my imitation of cynical resignation. I do that periodically. So that's part of the experience. I actually do street comedy. You can move the chairs chaotically if you want. This is like a lecture here. I'm not going to do that over here. I'm actually going to be way over there. Because I could do whatever I want. I could just tell jokes. But if you want me to tell jokes right here, I could tell jokes also. I just told a joke outside about a guy wiping his ass with cabbages. I actually did that for 7 minutes. I talked about a guy complaining about that. Because the cabbages are genetically modified to be renewable toilet paper. It's the truth. It's like a thing that actually exists. No, it doesn't. But no, in my dreams, there's a cabbage that you wipe your ass with that's genetically modified to have the texture of toilet paper. And then you just wipe your ass with it and you throw it in the garden and it makes more cabbages. Just renewable toilet paper. You don't have to buy toilet paper ever again. That's a dream of mine. I have schemes. I actually have business ideas. Look at me. I mean, look at my business ideas. This is what my business ideas have actually given me. My knees are worn out. It's terrible. It's awful. I had a pretty good idea though. I actually wanted to make an athlete's foot medication that had nicotine in it. I thought it was a great idea. That way all the people that used to smoke could just get addicted to having clean feet. It's a good idea, right? That's a great idea. I mean, I know because I have athlete's foot. I don't currently have athlete's foot, but they make you use the medication for 2 weeks in order to get rid of it. And you get rid of it after 3 days. You just wipe the cream on your feet. Not wipe your ass with the cream, but it's that's a whole different thing. But no, you wipe the thing on there and it goes away in 3 or 4 days and you can use a shower again. You can't have athlete's foot and poison your roommates. So you just put nicotine in it and then people would just use it. People would just get addicted to it. I would make millions of dollars off that idea.
What if they lick your feet?
If they lick your feet?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, sure. I mean, you could kill a dog, though. The nicotine affects them differently. You can't just give nicotine to a dog. Jeez. Sorry. Hold on one sec. This just happens sometimes. It's a $17 instrument. It's pretty awesome. It came from China. They're just $17. Or $4 if you buy 10,000 of them. But then you have to be like Batman, in order to do that. Try to move 10,000 speakers to idiots like myself, poisoning the airwaves. Oh, where was I at? What was I talking about? Anyways, people are afraid of clowns. Do you know that? People are afraid of clowns. In my neighborhood, in San Diego, there was a town next to us that banned clowns from the entire city of Poway. Poway banned clowns from the entire city. It passed a city ordinance. It was actually true. It's a real thing. You can look it up. They banned clowns in the city of Poway because 2 clowns on Halloween were dancing in one of the traffic islands on Twin Peaks Road, a major thoroughfare. And people got scared of the fucking clowns, and they drove off the road, and 2 people were injured. 2 people were actually injured in a clown incident. So they banned clowns from the entire city. It's the truth. It's actually the truth. You can look it up. But anyways, you know all that because they actually ripped all the Ronald McDonald's out of McDonald's 7 years ago. That's what they did. They ripped out Ronald McDonald and all the characters because people were afraid of clowns. They're scaring people away from the food. It's the truth. They can read it in the numbers. They took Ronald McDonald out of everything and all the kids were pleased. You know? But they replaced Ronald McDonald with another ad campaign. I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, but they changed Ronald McDonald's ad campaign to McDonald's and just ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. That happened just recently, 7 years ago. That I'm loving it campaign changed. People only remember that. Who pays attention to McDonald's? But that's the deal. And as part of this ad campaign, they had this deal where if you call your mother on Mother's Day, as part of this ad campaign, I'm loving it, call your mother on Mother's Day from McDonald's and tell her that you love her on the phone in McDonald's. McDonald's would give you a free burger and fries. They'd give you a free meal as part of this ad campaign. I'm not making that up. McDonald's actually made that ad campaign. Can you imagine the calls people are getting from McDonald's on Mother's Day? Like, hey Mom, it's me. Yeah, I'm at McDonald's. No, I stopped licking feet in that dungeon years ago. Yeah, I'm much better now. I'm actually a very responsible human being. I'm not even asking for money. I'm actually participating in medical experiments. Yeah, I signed up. I'm part of the team that cured Hep C. I'm doing great. No, I'm still on the dope. No, Mom, I'm still on the dope. We don't have time. I just wanted to call you and tell you that I love you. I love you. I love you, Mom. I love you so much. Thanks for the fries. Those are the calls people were getting. It was a super short-lived ad campaign. It lasted 3 hours. I saw it. I actually saw that. This is the comedy phone, by the way. This is comedy phone. It's one of the gang signs of comedy. It's privy to it. You 2 people and this guy. Mike. Hi, Mike. Mike. Yeah, anyways, this is the comedy gang sign. It's the comedy phone. But there's also another comedy gang sign. It's called the Shocker. Do you know what the Shocker is? Everyone knows what the Shocker is because the internet exists. You have to transfer your fucking hands from comedy phone to Shocker without looking at it. It's part of the initiation of being a comic. So if you want to try, do your phone first. You gotta get the phone up. Get the phone up like this. It's a little loser, but you go from comedy phone to Shocker. Comedy Shocker. All right, ready? Comedy phone, comedy Shocker. Is that right? It's almost right. Comedy phone, Shocker. Is it right? Yeah, that's it. That's how you have to do. You have to do it in 3 tries. I've done a lot of acid. You could tell, right? You could tell. I've done a lot. I've done over 250 hits of acid this year, and I still know what day it is. Acid doesn't affect me. You could tell. Acid just makes me incredibly sober. You've done acid, right? Now, acid makes me incredibly sober. Like, seriously, I wake up every morning and I think, oh, great, the sky's exploding. How should I dress? You know, covered in ants or covered in spiders? What do I choose? It's the truth. That's not my favorite drug is actually toad. Do you know that you can lick a toad and get high? Do you know that you can lick a toad and get high? There's toads you can lick and get high. They're frogs. And they have DMT in it. They're called, like, the Colorado River toad. You can look it up. It's actually a true thing. Like everything I say. Colorado River toad.
Why aren't they like real?
It's misleading, actually. They're actually in the Sonoran Desert. They are. But they are my favorite drug. It's DMT. It's DMT and like nerve paralysis. Like there's actually other toxins in there. It's called bufotenin. It's fucking great. But here's what you do. These toads are like loaded with venom and they have teeth. They're like 3.5 pounds. So you gotta wear gloves. But what you do is you lick the toad, and it's not like regular DMT. Have you done DMT? You look like you might have done DMT. Have you smoked DMT? Be honest. You know, no matter what, no matter how much you trip, or what didn't trip, that DMT has a horrible flavor. It's a horrible flavor to smoke it, and you have to get through it. It's a whole process. You have to hit it like 5 times. If you don't hit it 5 times, you're just cheating.
I'm learning something.
I know you are. It's like, this is all truth.
This is awesome.
But if you lick a toad, it's already too late. You don't get to like back off licking a toad. Like you can't just like take 3 hits and like cheat. All right? You got like 30 seconds to get your drugs back in the cage before they run away.
Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, I've licked a toad.
Where?
Sweat lodges. Sweat lodges. Yes. There's like whole like things you have to go through, like to go to it. You don't like people say you like have to wipe your joint. She knows. Yeah, of course she knows about this. Yeah, but the thing is, it's the best drug. Toad is the best drug because it's like fucking crazy. Like acid, you know. You've done acid, right? Who's done acid here? You've done acid. I'm not even asking you. Have you? Have you done this? All right. Here's the deal. No matter how much acid you do, you're always in the room. You're always within the boundaries of the room. You're tripping off the boundaries of the room or the noises of the room. When you do toad, it's all pastels. It's just a sheet of colors in front of you that evolves into an Easter egg, and then you break through it. It's an Easter egg that shatters like a fucking dolly painting, and you're in the claws of a great bird or a dragon, and you can't tell because all you see is the claw. And here's what happens. You're flying around in this fucking claw, and you're dead. You're totally dead, and you realize it from the angle of your face staring at the sun over this fucking globular landscape that's moving all over the place. Fully realized mountains. And you're staring at the sun, but the sun is just a big fucking Rolodex of all the scenes of your life. Like flipping over and over again, like a big kaleidoscope. Yeah, I know. And then you fly into it. You fly into it. All the scenes of your life. And as you fly into it, you realize that 85% of these scenes, 85%, are just pictures of Barney Rubble. Pictures of Barney Rubble, specifically Flintstones vitamins from when you were a kid. And just as soon as you realize that, you realize you have a soul. And then you immediately come to reality, and you're sitting up in bed, and you're all sweaty, and you can smell colors. You can smell colors. But colors smell like gummy bears if gummy bears were made of ammonia and copper. It's like the brain burning smell. It's not even like the blood smell from cocaine. Synapses are fucking damaged. You go, oh my God, this is fucking great. Let me do some more Toad. Then you do more Toad because it's the best drug. Because the only drug you have sex and make more drugs. It's the truth. All you need is 2 Toads. Toad toothpaste? It's true. It's true.
Idea.
It's a great idea.
Good idea.
I know. It's your idea. But also, another great thing about Toad that makes it the best drug, you can never get poisoned by fentanyl. You can never, it's like fentanyl proof. Because if it has fentanyl on it, it's dead. It's a live creature. It's 3.5 pounds. You can't measure out enough fentanyl to not kill a toad and not get you high at the same time. So if you lick a dead toad, you have run the risk of dying of fentanyl. You gotta make sure they're alive. They're live toads. Sometimes you feel like you're exploiting your drugs, though. Because you've been doing a lot of Toad, and you feel it's a sentient being or something, and it gets scared, because it gets scared. That's why you don't lick the front. That's why you don't lick the front of the Toad, because it gets scared, it'll shit on your face. I'm not there for the full experience. I'm not some shaman, I'm more of a recreational Toad licker, but I have Toads for sale. That's the big marketing play. I actually have Toads for sale. Because I have 150 Toads in my bathroom. Because they don't just make 2 Toads, they make 150 Toads, or tadpoles. It's hard to find dragonflies this time of year. It's true. When you think about it. Anyways, that's the end of that joke. That was a joke, right? I don't do Toad.
I don't know how rude you feel. That's just
Well, alright. Actually, this has been an album. It's been I've kind of actually done a lot. How much time have we done? What time is it? I have no track of time.
It's been about 3 songs, so maybe 9 minutes.
3 songs? Oh, that's nice. Alright. Oh, God. I have to think about stuff. I'm not going to do any more drugs. I'm not going to talk about drugs. I'm just going to talk about how to succeed in Hollywood. The easiest way to get past Hollywood. Coronavirus. Could be. That's why I have my own microphone. No, the easiest way to get into Hollywood is to make a satanic movie to get 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the easiest way to get into Hollywood. All you have to do is hire 4 contortionists, and get them to smile. That's it. That's a satanic movie that gets 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like your Slender Man movie. Just make a Slender Man movie. That's what I would do. I actually dream of making a satanic movie that gets 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. I actually took steps to achieve this goal. It's the truth. I submitted a treatment to Hollywood. You know what treatment is? Do you know anything about the process of making movies in Hollywood? Do you? All right. Before you do a script, you have to submit a treatment to like the fucking movie producers. So they'll give you money, and SAG requires them to pay you, if they accept it, a minimum of $27,000. So you submit a bunch of treatments, like to all these movie like houses and stuff and producers. And I submitted my treatment, which is a 15-page treatment about a man or a boy, all right, a boy of like 19, who inherits a parrot as part of the satanic movie. He inherits a parrot from his rich, eccentric uncle. And his uncle is a Bohemian Grove Satanist. You know what those are? They're like the people that live in San Francisco and go at the Sausalito, and they strip naked, and they dance around wearing antlers on their heads and praise Satan. But the Satan is like something totally different, like totally like suave and stuff, you know. And the Satanist uncle is played by George Clooney. It's very important for the movie. All right. Anyways, this boy inherits this parrot after George Clooney dies. And George Clooney is a Satanist with billions and billions of dollars. Huge amounts of money. Nobody can count it. And the boy has to take care of his parrot. But his parrot is 80 years old. His parrot is 80 years old, and it has a huge vocabulary. And it's pissed off, and it looks all plucked like a chicken. It's 80 years old. It's pissed off. It's tired of your dance moves. It's all of that. And the boy doesn't know is that he's latently schizophrenic.
The parrot is?
The boy is.
Oh.
The parrot just has a huge vocabulary.
Why are we schizophrenic?
Yeah, the boy has schizophrenia, but he doesn't know it. So what happens is the parrot starts talking to him. The parrot starts talking to him with his huge vocabulary. And the parrot starts telling him to do devil shit, because the fucking parrot was the familiar of George Clooney, who was a Satanist. Parrot is like way older than just 80 years old. It's like a fucking familiar. Right? So it starts telling the boy to do devil shit, and the boy doesn't believe it, but then the parrot gives him all sorts of stock tips. Stock market tips that really work. And he just keeps making money. That's the secret of the whole thing. That's why the uncle says it's satanic, because his parrot just keeps giving him stock tips. And the boy just accepts it. And he doesn't even have to kill anybody. He just makes wise investments, and people just start dying. Like he totally ends up controlling the stock market just because this parrot tells him what to do. And whole countries die. And finally, everybody dies. Like a virus gets infested into the world. And everybody dies because this parrot manipulated the entire stock market through this fucking gullible boy. And it wasn't even a vessel of Satan. It was just a parrot that was really pissed off. And it was 80 years old and been listening to a rich guy for 65 years. Before that, it was in the forest. It was smart and pissed off. And that's how everybody dies in this movie. In this movie.
Parrots have brain like 5 years.
Oh, this parrot. That's the thing. It's like, that's the thing. People have biases against parrots. Right. But everybody dies. All right. And then the parrots and crows get all together and give each other high fives and say, "Oh, well, the city's burned. We have all the corn we can eat." And that's the end of the movie. That's the end of the treatment. And they just like a bunch of like visuals of like parrots and crows flying together in perfect harmony. And the jungles grow again. It's very nice. It's like a good ending, a good 35% on Rotten Tomatoes type of ending. You know? And I submitted that to fucking Hollywood. And they accepted it. And they gave me $27,000. So I spent $9,000 on drugs. And I spent $6,000 on a van And I have $11,000 left. Or no.
For toads.
No, I already had that. I already spent the $9,000 on the sweat lodge. And I have toads now. But what I'm going to do is take the rest of it, the $10,000 I have, and make the movie I really wanted to make. By the way, the movie is called Polly Wants a Fortune. But I'm going to make the movie I really want to make, which is a movie about me auditioning parrots for the movie. It's true. I want to have me in like a room with like a black shirt on and this microphone, and 300 people outside with parrots. People that train parrots. I want them all in my waiting room, bickering with each other, while I call them in and give them an audition for this movie. And I say, bring in the next parrot. And they bring in a parrot for this audition. And they have a parrot on a stick or like a branch or something. And I start evaluating the parrot.
What are you gonna make them do?
I'm gonna make him be satanic. I need a satanic character for a parrot movie. They have to look, a satanic parrot has to look satanic. Has to look old, has to look 80 years old, because parrots live that long, but it has to look it. It has to have a little mange and stuff. And it has to have a vocabulary. Like it has to be able to act. Because parrots have to act. Parrots can act. Have you seen a parrot act?
Yes.
They could be all lovey one moment and bitey the next. They could do whatever they want. They're fucking parrots, and they could do it on command. If they're good, if they've been trained well enough. So I bring all these people in, and I start evaluating the parrots. I see how evil they look, how much vocabulary they have, and if they have characters, I make them do stuff. I make them have to say invest in blood. They have to teach their parrot to say invest in blood as part of the fucking campaign. If they can say that, we can map their voice, and they'll be like, oh, Schwarzenegger are parrots. They have a catchphrase for the movie. So that's what I want to do. I want to evaluate these parrots for this movie that I just made up, called Polly Wants a Fortune. Yeah, called Polly Wants a Fortune. And these people will bring their parrots home for 2 weeks and train them to say invest in blood. And if they can't hack it, they don't get into the movie. But we make sure like they document the whole thing as part of the movie. We're gonna make the movie. It's gonna be called Polly Wants a Fortune. It's gonna be about me auditioning parrots until I get bitten by parrots and then I get banned in the movie.
Do the parrots eat you?
They don't eat me. They give me parrot fever.
Then they're not really satanic.
Parrot fever.
Are they really satanic parrots in the end?
If they were, they'd eat you.
No. Actually, they're not satanic at the end. What happens is,
I don't know. No, I know that. I'm just being very finicky with all my parrots. I'm just messing with all these parrot trainers because I feel like they're exploiting animals. But what if they're not? What if they have a relationship with the parrot? And it's a good parrot actor.
It's a good parrot actor and everything. Well, then it's going to make money from this movie, right? They're all going to make money from this movie. But here's the deal, there'll be like 5 people left at the final thing, because it's always a final thing where there's 5 people in a row with the parrots. And I'm going to make the parrots say all the lines from the movie. All the fucking lines from the movie, they have to know them. And if they fail, I have the ringer that I bring in there. And the ringer is just a schizophrenic with a parrot that doesn't talk. It's just a schizophrenic kid with a parrot that doesn't say anything. But the schizophrenic thinks it's in a conversation with the parrot. And I'll say, Eureka, I found the guy. This is the guy for my movie. And that'll be the end of the movie. It'll be a total prank on all these parrot trainers. But it'll make millions of dollars. As a reality show, possibly. If I stretched it out, I could stretch it out. And that whole thing is going to be called Polly Wants a Fortune 2. Polly Wants a Fortune 2, the sequel to Polly Wants a Fortune. That's like the real movie, you know? And that's the movie I really want to make.
You start?
Yeah, sure.
Of course. I mean, that's how it gets in their budget.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But actually, that's not the movie I really want to make. The movie I really want to make is a movie where I take all of the seed money from the 2 previous ideas and move to Belize and do a bunch of cocaine with Woody Harrelson.
A movie about doing cocaine with
Woody Harrelson in Belize.
Like a documentary about
Yeah, I want to fund it, though. I want to actually fund the whole movie so I can do that.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, and it's going to be called Early Retirement.
I feel you, though.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I just get into Belize and just do cheap cocaine for the rest of my life with Hollywood stars. And Willie Nelson.
Well, are you at the end of that story, are you happy with doing that?
Possibly. I could be happy.
That's the thing.
I'm happy everywhere, though.
Okay.
Like, none of this is real, actually. All of this is a joke.
Right.
Like, I just told a joke for like 12 minutes.
Right. Still trying to write down this parrot movie.
Oh. But that's, yeah, I know, it's fucking great, right? There's like so many elements. You can just make up all sorts of shit as you go.
My favorite part was just Schizophrenic with the parrot.
I know.
You can pull something out of that.
I know. It's true. All right, can I tell more jokes? I'm going to tell like 10 one-liners.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I have to meditate for one-liners. One-liners are fucking tough. Surprisingly, because if you're doing a routine, you're in a routine. If you're doing jokes. But here we go, all right? Oh, man. So Durex, the condom company, just came out with a condom that enhances male sensitivity. Finally, right? Finally. For added protection, each condom is wrapped in its own little apology note. All right, that's a pretty good one. All right. So I was talking to my financial planner the other day, and after going over the books, we decided my best option for retirement would be to take enough drugs to hallucinate a condominium. My best option for retirement, take enough drugs to hallucinate a condominium. That way, I could sell the condominium, and I could buy more drugs, and I could hallucinate a 3-bedroom house with a swimming pool. My financial planner came up with that. It's a fucking great plan, right?
I'm waiting for this plan.
Yeah. Only trouble is, every time I meet this financial planner, we do other drugs, and his office is still a coffee shop. It's right here.
And your financial planner has a parrot.
No. He's a totally different guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, but there's a flaw in the plan, because his office is still here. This is still the office for the financial planner. I said, hey, this is a terrible plan. Why don't we just take enough drugs to hallucinate more drugs? You know, we could eliminate the middleman. He said, no, that's bad business. I said, that's great business. So I didn't take his advice. And now I live in Greeley. Thank you. That's a regional joke. All right. I know. I can do a knock-knock joke, too. I have to do knock-knock jokes as part of, like, being a comic. I also do comedy gang signs. Here's a knock-knock joke. All right. Knock-knock. Reverse mortgage.
Reverse mortgage, too.
Reverse mortgage. Why am I knocking on his door? This is my house now. That's a terrible one. I actually lived in a neighborhood that went through the opposite of gentrification. It's the truth. It's the opposite of gentrification. I was in San Diego. It went through retrification. Retrification is actually a word. It's when college graduates move into your neighborhood and die of heroin overdoses. My neighborhood retrified. I had a guy that died next door to us, like died in September, and he shot up and he died in his garage. His garage was an apartment. They converted his garage into an apartment. His friends abandoned him there, and he died in the garage. And we were next door to the garage.
The worst joke ever.
It's the word. We were next door to the garage, and the guy started stinking. It was hot. It was September. It was one day. And I said, oh, this smells like the 90s. I know there's a dead guy next door to me. So I remember the 90s. And we didn't call it in. we just let the smell sit because we were tired of paying like so much rent. We just said, let this happen to their neighborhood. Let's see what happens to the rent. Maybe we'll lower the rent. Because next to this garage is nothing. Nothing but a chain link fence that has slits in it, and homeless people moved into the fucking fence. They're not paying any rent. We shouldn't pay any rent either, or we should pay much lower rent. I think. So we let the smell sit for 2 more days. It got fucking ripe. The whole neighborhood smelled of death. A rotted corpse in a garage. I could walk all the way to the AM/PM on the corner, a whole block down. The smell would follow me. Even though the traffic was whipping by, I could still smell it. It came back. I would just sit in it. 2 more days, 3 days, this guy rotted next door to us. Finally, the smell got to a better neighborhood. The smell actually reached a better neighborhood. Like, our neighborhood is like so bombed out, that's like the last thing to go. Around it is totally rich people. We've just been assholes the whole time, preserving this neighborhood to live there. And the smell got to a better neighborhood, and they called it in. And the coroner came by and everything. And they opened up the garage that was his front door. Yeah, it was a whole apartment. That was a garage. They opened up the front door, and he had melted in his fucking garage. The guy melted. He was a puddle that rats ate. Rats were eating him when they found him. Pile of rats were on him. So anyways, they cleaned it all up. They cleaned it all up, and they raised the rent. They raised the rent to cover the cost. But here's what happened. We got rats in our apartment. We got rats in my apartment. I was sleeping on the fucking couch, and we had like rats that were as big as Cocker Spaniels running through the place. And they had eaten human flesh next door. They were conditioned to fuck with us. I had a rat just staring at me from a fucking shelf. Snaggletooth, fucking crazy. And
Appreciate your story.
hey, thank you. Thank you. And I just sat there looking at it. I said, I have to do something about this. I have to do something about this. So I called my landlord the next day and I said, hey, we have a huge fucking rat problem in our apartment. And it's the rats from next door, the guy that died, and they tasted human flesh. And they're fucking like mad and crazy and they're gonna get us. You have to fucking lower the rent. You have to lower the rent because this is like fucking crazy, right? You have to. We'll take care of it, but just do something. Just do something. I mean, this is our neighborhood. It's infested with rats. He said, "Let me see what I can do." So he comes over to the house, and he brings a bunch of fucking glue traps, and he just throws some glue traps under the house with a stick, and just leaves and says, "Hey, you got no more rat problem." You know, but we still had rats. And then he charged us $75 more for rent. He changed the rent, $75. He raised it 8%. We paid $14.75 for that shithole.
He like goes to Hollywood
And
and putting all the sticky traps on the Star Street.
Yeah. And then I couldn't even fucking like care. I couldn't even blame myself because like I had a lack of humanity. I just let that guy die next door and melt. It was like, you know, that was me. That was on me. So anyways, now I'm here. All right. Oh, anyone here ever throw up on themselves because they're too fucked up to get it away? Anyone? If you know, you don't have to. Like, I threw up on myself, but I did it so I wouldn't have to clean my car. That's the truth. I was in my car, and I had to throw up, and I couldn't roll down the window fast enough. I just threw up on my chest. I did it because I was smart. wasn't fucked up. I was smart, and then I just stepped out of my car and I brushed it off and went right to work. So I do this. All right. That's been enough, right? How much time is it? How much time is this? I can do like a finale. I'm supposed to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow. I have to. You know that Gwyneth Paltrow came out with a vagina-scented candle? It's the truth. It's a vagina-scented, it's like bacon-flavored candle. I know from the internet. I know everything from the internet. I'm like sentient now because of the internet. She made a vagina-scented candle. And she sells it. It smells like her vagina, she says. But I think she's lying. I do. Gwyneth Paltrow is super irritating. Do you know who Gwyneth Paltrow is? She's Pepper Potts from, like, Avengers. She's known for being crazy. And I know she was crazy because I found out much earlier that she bets the Fibonacci sequence on Powerball. She bets the Fibonacci sequence on Powerball because she thinks it's a mystical series of numbers and she thinks she'll win by betting the Fibonacci sequence. You know what that is? It's like a structural number. It's like super mathematic. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13, and 21. She bets that every fucking Powerball because she expects to win. And I also bet the Fibonacci sequence. I do. I bet the Fibonacci sequence because it'd be like spending $1 to get into a cult. It would, because like I'd be winning the fucking Powerball with like 8,368 other people that also bet the Fibonacci sequence, including Gwyneth Paltrow. Because people think they're like mathematical geniuses even though they're stupid. Even though they know there's a fucking number called the Fibonacci sequence. They think it's all mystical, so they bet it. And then these people would all win, including me. We'd all win. And then we wouldn't know how to cut up like $1.5 billion, 8,368 ways. And I'd be part of that. Like these people would just be arguing and putting up billboards saying how mystically connected they are with the universe. Including Gwyneth Paltrow, who has a ton of money. Like this cult would be funded, fully funded, and I'd be part of it. Oh, man. But the thing is, they would never figure it out. They'd never figure out how much money they would win. They'd settle on this number, $67,380. That's what I would win, $67,380. And then, instead of being in this cult, instead of like putting all my money into this fucking cult, I just realized my dream that I always wanted all along, which was to buy a chimpanzee, with the $68,320, raise it to adulthood, and then get murdered by it. That's what I've always wanted to do, but not all the way murdered because chimps don't work that way. Not all the way murdered, because. I don't know if you're like me, but if you're like me, you have body dysmorphia. And you want to attack yourself with a chainsaw all the time because you feel imperfect. I do. Sometimes I look at my arm and I think this could be better. I could have a chainsaw in my other hand. I just think, wow, I could do this. I could make it better, but I do it wrong. I'd be totally wrong. Because I fucking jerked at the end, and it's like, ugh. I made a mistake and I had to start all over. But if I had buy a chimpanzee and I raise it to adulthood and I make it wear diapers and I parade it through the street with adult clothing, for like 10 years and I slowly get awkward with it as it gains in strength. And then finally, like 10 years down the road, I just have a birthday party for the chimpanzee, but it'd be an older chimpanzee. And I give it a slice of cake instead of a whole cake. A slice of cake instead of a whole cake. And the chimpanzee would think, what the fuck is this? I say, you're getting a little fat, you should go on a diet. And the chimpanzee gets all fucking pissed off and jumps on my chest and starts chewing off my fucking eyebrows. You know? Starts chewing off my eyebrows. Oh my God, this is fucking great. This is fucking great. I'm finally gonna get my fucking idealized body type. You know? Totally randomly, totally pure, totally artistic. It's a chimpanzee doing it. And then I just wake up one day and I be the guy with like one arm, with like 3 fingers on the one arm, and you know, and you know, half and ass, no testicles.
Wow.
Yeah, just wearing an eye patch, but the eye patch should be like just a bare like bikini thong for all the ruin of my face that this chimpanzee ripped off, and I'd be walking around the streets and people are going, "Oh my God, what happened to you? It's so fucking beautiful." So fucking beautiful. And I'd say, well, I'm kind of a historic figure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you were.
I am kind of a historic figure.
Yeah, you were.
I actually bet the Fibonacci sequence on Powerball. I bet the Fibonacci sequence on Powerball, and I won it with 8,368 other people. And we formed a cult. We formed an entire cult based off this luck, even though people were just pretentious the whole time. And people believed it because they were stupid.
I think I lost.
All right, I'm sorry. I lost you. But here's the deal.
Lost.
We're gonna do the photo. We're gonna do the photo.
Yeah.
I'll.
Come in.
All right. Jeez. Oh, that fucking joke is so involved because it's like probable. I could actually do that. I could actually win Powerball by betting the Fibonacci sequence. I have to go through all of that.
I haven't gotten sued by snails yet.
Snaz.
Do you know about rats during the medieval ages?
Yes, I do. I'm Italian.
They would put 2 in a bucket on the stomach and they would start eating through belly button.
Oh.
One of the rats would actually stay behind. So then the person actually torturing the torturee would realize time after time again that it was in a loop and the rat was the one that...
Oh. That's terrible. How? Yeah, but they just eat their way out.
Well, one would, but
But the other rat, what would happen? You would eat the other rat first.
well,
They'd be an angry rat. Like the one rat that won would just be really hungry.
or maybe they would go straight for the heart.
They probably would if there was a team of rats. They have to be smart. It could be really agonizing for the guy if like one rat
They
like,
used to put fire on the bucket,
oh,
so they would.
that's medieval. Yeah, it is. But yeah. No, actually, my family was the first people that realized the plague existed because of rats. It's the truth. It's like the 13th century. We actually found out it was fucking rats because we said there was too much fucking rats around here. So we killed all these rats, and all of a sudden we had no plague. Everyone was happy. It's like, oh, that was the thing. We're just really efficient killers of rats. We trained ferrets. That was our thing. We actually trained ferrets. We were very smart. We made small hats for people and we sold them to people. That was our thing. We were the first people that invented hats that didn't protect you from the sun. It was just for status. It was a huge success. Small hats. We made the Pope's hats. No sun protection. Just, just hides your dick. I don't know. What? What does the Pope think?
It just hides balls.
Yeah, I know. The Pope is fucking gross. This Pope is pretty good, but the last few, like, the Star Wars Pope. Who's the fucking Star Wars Pope? Like, the fucking Emperor. I forget his name. Benedict. He didn't have to betray his name. You know? He actually retired as Pope. He wears slippers in the Vatican. Watches TV. Waits to die. He's like the honorary Pope. He's still Pope. He's just in the background, like, evil and shit. Anyways.
It's not him, it's his age spot.
It's his 8 spots. It's actually the whole, like, his whole reputation as a Nazi, I think. Yeah, he's Pope. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but, things happen. Oh, man. I should, see, that's actually leading up to a terrible joke about the Vatican. But I'm not going to do it. It's my second worst joke. I'll have to do one really bad joke, all right? Actually, this is my stupidest joke. It's one honor. So my ex-girlfriend has a Mayan calendar tattooed on her back. In 2012, she expired. All right. So anyways, before I go, this has been a long time. This is like the place is closing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here as an audience. This is really great. But I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach. Just so you know, I have business cards. I can prove it. And I want to give you some life advice before I go. Life coaching advice, all right? Rest assured, this is really great advice, all right? Here's the first thing I tell all of my customers or victims, all right? It's really good advice. I say, hey, the only thing worse than failure is listen to someone tell you how to be better at it. And then I get paid. Immediately get paid. That's the first session. And then I tell them like more truth. Like 59 more minutes of truth. $60. $60 for an hour of life coaching. And I'm a life coach because it's easy. All I have to do is have a patio. That's it. I have a patio cover. It's a secret of life coaching. Do you know why it's a secret of life coaching? It's because when you have a patio, the victim sees the sunlight moving through the patio, and they can feel that time is worth money. It's an alternate clock. They just get to watch that during the entire session, and it's really easy to brainwash them. Yeah. And then, when they come back, I teach them sarcasm. It's life coaching. It's good life coaching, right? Anyways, so here's some life coaching advice before I go. This is good life coaching advice. First off, anyone here plan on smoking PCP anytime soon? No one ever plans on smoking PCP. That's the first business of life coaching. No one ever plans on smoking PCP. But if you do feel the effects of PCP, always remember to turn off your cell phone. It's super important. Turn off your cell phone, because if you wander around Albertsons, naked and trying to buy ice with a handful of sticks, you don't need a call from the office to ruin that. That's your time. That's what you do. And people say, well, if you're naked, where do you keep your phone? I say to them, well, you haven't smoked PCP. You haven't smoked, you don't even have to carry a phone. It's just like there all the time. All right? Time is a god if you're on PCP. Just so you know. All right. Also, here's some other life coaching advice. If you're going to smoke crack, make sure you do it in a bathtub too shallow to drown it. It's life coaching. That's life coaching advice. Also, if you're microdosing, quit wasting my time and give me your drugs. Anyways, that's been it. Thank you for being here. This has been an album. It's a comedy album called Jokes with Schizophrenics. It's 42 albums long. It's 42 albums long. This is like the 35th album. It's going to be 42 albums, and eventually I'll make money. Right? I'll eventually make money. All right. That's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of the show. I have like books for sale. I have like merchandise, but I'll give you one for free because you endured this as a victim. All right, here. There's one. There's zines. There's zines. Here. All right. Have fun. Put it on the back of the toilet and just amaze your friends. They're just jokes. They're jokes, but they're all like fucked up. Anyways, I have like 10 books for sale. They're in the front. If you like get addicted to them, you could just buy the books. And then that's it.
Yeah. Just,
all right. All right, that's been it. I gotta turn off this thing. I don't even know if this recorded anything because it's a new phone. So I'm gonna turn the lights back on. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Good night, Coppolino. Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, all right. Oh. Jeez. All right. All right. I gotta remember which lights are the which. There it is. There it is. All right. Oh, geez. That was a long time. Let's see if this is still working. Please work. All right, it's still working. I don't know how to actually record it. Jesus. All right.